Hey folks, do you want to know what the problem is with Delta 8 THC Flower? Stick around, man. I'll talk to you guys about that. As you guys know, man, my name's Eric. I am the motherfucking whatever guy because it really is whatever with me, and I want you guys to say goodbye to lies, fakeness, and delusion in the hemp and cannabis market and say hello to motherfucking reality. And today, man, we're going to talk about what I think the issue is with Delta 8 THC Flower. For those of you that aren't aware, I'm over here with Whatever Time Inc. I have a decent following on another channel. However, I'm locked out of that channel for 14 days, guys. The stuff that we talk about on my channel, the Whatever Guy, is a controversial niche, and obviously I've been getting struck down quite a bit, and I risk losing that channel, in the future. Okay, so as it stands right now, I'm locked out of that channel for 14 days. So you guys can find me over at Whatever Time Inc. and you can find me over at the Whatever Guys Free Game. Over here at Whatever Time Inc., I have bound up and partnered up with Just in Time, the alchemist from over at Abducted Edibles. Okay, and we've co-founded or come together to co-found Whatever Time Inc. And we hope you guys will shoot over to Whatever Time Inc. Take a look at some of the products we got over there, and obviously. We have come forward with Whatever Guys Jawed Up Juice, man, 1,000 milligrams Delta 8 THC in a 2-ounce bottle with the best flavor that you've ever tasted in the world, and something probably the most universal Delta 8 product on the market today, man. Something that you can mix in your food, take it by the teaspoonful. Either way, something that's also offering a money-back guarantee, man. Probably one of the few on the market that's offering a money-back guarantee plus your shipping. If you get the Whatever Guys Jawed Up Juice and you try 2 teaspoons of it and you don't like it, send the unused portion of it back, and we will send you your money back plus shipping, man, all the way around. No questions asked, all right? All right, guys, so today we're talking about what I think the problem is with Delta 8 THC Flower. For those of you that aren't aware, Delta 8 THC is a compound that is not unlike Delta 9 THC. Delta 9 THC being the weed that we've been smoking our whole life. That they classify that as Delta 9. That's something that I didn't even know a year and a half ago. However, the federal government states that any plant, any cannabis plant that has less than 0.3% Delta 9 THC on a dry weight basis is considered a hemp plant. And that means that all those cannabinoids, because of the 2018 Farm Bill, that are still found in a hemp plant, even though they're in trace amounts, all those cannabinoids are legal inside of that plant. So what they're doing is, guys, they're either extracting that Delta 8 THC or they are converting it over from CBD that has been extracted from hemp. Okay, so you guys have to understand it's a costly process to extract these minor cannabinoids from the hemp plant. So like I said, a lot of these companies, to be cost effective, are converting it over from CBD that has been extracted from hemp. Having said that, most of the people that come to Delta 8 come to Delta 8 through distillate, which means they either come to Delta 8 through edibles or they come to Delta 8 through vaping. And that, guys, is a more potent way to come to a product, especially something like Delta 8, when we're talking about the fact that most people come to weed through smoking weed. That's where it came from, guys. We're smoking weed. And again, we're talking about a cannabis and hemp plant. We're talking about Delta 8 being the little cousin of Delta 9, which is the weed you've been smoking your whole life. You're probably going to get about 50% potency of what some good weed would be, is where you would be at with some Delta 8. But again, you would be able to buy it over the counter, like you could go to Whatever Time Inc. right now and buy a bottle of 9,000 milligram Delta 8 THC jawed up juice, for $19.95. But having said that, and again, most people come to Delta 8 through vaping or edibles. The problem with flower is that there is no true strain of Delta 8, guys. You're never going to be able to walk up to a hemp plant, pull a flower or a bud off of it, smoke it, and expect to get high. So again, we have to extract it, or we have to convert it over from CBD, which means that any kief that you and I would get from any Delta 8 THC flower we would get to smoke would have to be either dipped or sprayed in Delta 8. And the deal is that, in my estimation, it's really hard to get that amount of Delta 8 distillate on the outside of a kief to the point where you can smoke it and get high. Obviously, if you come from distillate, from vaping and edibles, guys. I mean, let's face it, vaping is a more cost-efficient way to get Delta 8 into your system, but it also raises your potency level up to a point where, unless that flower's bumping, guys, it's just not gonna do you any good. As opposed to, that flower that I did today on the Whatever Guys Free Game for Serene Tree is what really got me thinking about this subject right here, guys. So, you will hardly ever see me spend my time running out and finding any Delta 8 THC flower. I definitely would have a hard time spending money on Delta 8 THC flower simply because someone like me that does Delta 8 on a regular basis, does the minor cannabinoids on a regular basis, has a potency level that is probably not conducive to these companies sending Delta 8 flower out. I mean, like if you're a company out there, man, it's just hit and miss. Like you're not good sending your flower out for reviewers, because the reviewer that's doing your review probably has a potency level that's way the fuck up there. And the problem is like you're not getting a true grading of your flower, because it may be some really good fucking flower for someone that's like just coming into the game, but for someone that's that vapes on a daily basis, not just reviewers, but a lot of people out there that are on Delta 8, they vape on a regular basis. They're taking gummies on a regular basis. Those people have a higher potency level, man. So unless you've got some flower that's bumping, unless you come up with some ingenious way to infuse Delta 8 THC or THC-o or any of these other minor cannabinoids onto this keef in such a way where it gives you a more potent effect, I don't see the relevance of me spending money on it. Knowing the fact that I'm going to get a much better and much more potent effect out of vaping. So or vaping or edibles. So that's why I have a hard time. That's my issue with Delta 8 THC flower, and that's probably going to be most people's issue in the future as we fall forward with these other minor cannabinoids. It's going to be a really hard problem unless you're a beginner in the game. I just don't see where, unless you just like smoking, Delta 8 THC flower for the novelty of it, you're definitely not doing it because you're wanting to get high. Because I mean, like, there is some flower out there that's bumping guys, but the majority, if you had to go into a vape shop or any type of smoke shop and choose between a vape pen and and some flower for the same amount of fucking money, you're probably going to take the vape pen every time, because the vape pen, is guaranteed to get you where you want to go. That flower may be a hit and miss situation all the way around, unless it's somebody that you've been dealing with and you know it to be good flower. All right, folks, so whatever got time off, man, I hope you're having a great week. I hope you guys will shoot over to Whatever Time Inc., take a look at some of the stuff we got over there, and stick around, because obviously me and Justin Time are tag teaming this channel over here. We're trying to get you all the news and information that you need in the hemp and cannabis world, man. So you guys take it easy for Whatever Time Inc., and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. See ya.